Mike Pence, October. Mike Pence, October. All right. Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords. So there's a legal action coming very swiftly for you in the month of October. I don't know what kind of legal action. Let's see. There is the King of Pentacles here. So someone who is paid or someone who is resourceful. There's heartbreak and betrayal, some backstabbing with the Three of Swords, and bickering, infighting. This is not just fighting with everybody, this is infighting. So someone is going to betray you or you are going to betray someone in the month of October. Now when I was putting those cards back in, the King of Swords did pop up. But that's Donald and him, so Two of Cups. There's an agreement. Interesting. Because it shows here a person agreeing with their reflection. So someone of like mind. So this is one of two things. Is he a Gemini? Because he's getting very dual meanings right now. Either you are cooperating with someone who is helping you and aiding you in doing this, or this is you in the press. The government. Hierophant. The fear. The sun. So this is not you and the president, because you are trying to conceal your partnership. Because you fear the sun, you fear the illumination. What do you hope for? Eight of Swords. Bound and trapped and powerless. This is why you sit motionless when you do when you're hearing the puppet speak. Not because you are manipulating its voice, but because you know who is. The Chariot. There's victory and triumph through self-discipline. As I was just saying. This is why you sit so still and you don't really raise a lot of fuss. This is why and he is the vice president. He doesn't really do anything. He's just on standby. He's like the reserve president. Which is why we didn't hear a lot about Biden when he was VP, because it's not his gig. He's just the reserve. And so Donald Trump has this reserve guy, Mike Pence, who is self-disciplined. Like him, love him, hate him, or leave him, he knows when not to speak. And he does know political speech well. Ten of Swords. I will be bold and say you are helping to sabotage Donald Trump. I will just say it. Oh, for God's sakes. The deck chooses the reading, I guess. Look at one of your outcome cards. Looks like a man at a podium celebrating. Good Lord, have all the mercy. Ten of Wands. Come October, you are about to be burdened. Five of Swords. It's your solace. Sneaky. No, not sneaky. Winning at all cost. Bully pulpit. And then the Emperor. And then the man at the podium. The puppet master. And the new leader. Oh, mercy. Mercy, 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 mercy me. Ugh. So, let's go back through. You have communication and the law. So there is some talking you're doing behind the scenes. I'm not going to 25th Amendment, but there's some talking you're doing behind the scenes. Has something to do with the man of money. The reason why I didn't get the King of Swords. The King of Swords flipped over when I was doing the thing, but both of you are King of Swords, so I guess it's giving me two different guys. You do have some infighting and betrayal going on at the White House. There is an agreement between you and someone else or someone's else in the government. You do have a like mind. Oh, deck chooses the reading again. So, like I said, someone of like mind and cooperation. The High Priestess, or the High Priest in some decks, the priest in this deck, and the Hierophant, usually just shows the religious figure. But this time, it shows the religious figure and two men being married or two people of like mind. Someone whose ideals are aligned, kind of like the Lover's card. So it's quite interesting that comes up. You fear illumination. You don't want your plans to be out there. Don't worry. I'll keep your secret. Me and the 7,000 people that are subscribed to this show. Eight of Swords. There is some powerlessness. So this is not completely your plan. But this is where I get you're sabotaging. You do hope to strip him of his power. I'll just go out and say it. I won't beat around the bush. There is the Chariot, so victory through self-discipline, and this is also a betrayal and backstabbing card. Separation, heartbreak, backstab, betrayal, loss, loss. So this is also bickering. This is victory through self-discipline. So being the one who is self-disciplined in the room, these guys are in it to win it. This guy is waiting his turn, biding his time. And then your word of warning is burden. So be careful what you ask for. It may be heavy once you put it on. Your word of solace is win at all costs, the bully pulpit. Your outcome is a new emperor, or the emperor and the new leader. So Putin has a puppet. So, what else do we get? Lord, have all the mercy. Jesus. There's the world, completion. Ten of Cups. So complete. This is my Democrat card, but this is also the Happy Home card. So things are sort of returned to normal. Is how you guys are looking at it. There is defending, though. Moving to a higher ground. And then pushing out that which does not serve you. Private club. Judgment card. Seven of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Five of Cups. So for you in particular, you are going to be judged for something that also has to do, not invested money, but effort. Because this is also a card of chore. There's an effort. And it does this. These are the plans. But there's an effort. Yeah, because this was, you did, oh, well, because this is the future. Because you see the little girl in the future, and these are like the different stages of her life. So the future. And there's an investment in something that you planted. Because this is the rebirth card too. Something you planted a long time ago is now bearing fruit. So everybody wanted to know who the spy in the White House was. There you go. But it yields very sad results. Interesting. I don't know what it is, but something you planted in the past that's going to yield some very sad results. Temperance, cooperation, the devil. Cooperation, the devil, naturally. Nine of Swords, stress, and there he is, King of Swords. Which could represent one of you or both of you. But that's just a feeling, so this is not really all that important to me, but it's like a cooperation with the bad side. You didn't want this in particular gig. You thought it would help you, though. But early on, in the early stages of it all, you realize that it's just not worth it. So you're working on the exit plan. Ace of Wands, there's a new action. Ace of Pentacles, new money. The Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. So all the way from here, you now have persevered. And to top it all off, Three of Cups, celebration. So, while we're here, Mike Pence, 3 cards. Are you going to be president? Are you going to be president? Plans off the ground, happy home, perseverance. Mike Pence. No. I don't want to ask his energy. I'm asking tarot. Will Mike Pence be president? November 1st. Or in November. Not October. Because October is when it all hits the fan. In November of 2019. Will he be president? Separation, betrayal, there's fighting, and hardship. I don't see it. But there is news about that in particular thing. I don't see November 2019 him being president. So, let's beseech someone else. November 2019, will Mike Pence be president? The Hermit. Offer. Bad news. October 2019. Will Mike Pence be president? I don't see it. Not to say it won't happen, but it didn't show up for me. We shall see.